Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is going to be a fun video today because you know what? We are unofficially gonna participate in the clan boss, the Clover draft, what's it called, competition that Deadwood Jedi is hosting, that has Hell Hades, YST, Nub Raids, and Cold Brew participating. And the whole idea of this is they were doing a draft. I think it's called a snake draft, where they have to pick the champions in order. They have like 3 champions they can pick. Then the YouTube chat chose to, ban 1 champion for each of the contestants. And then they pick 3 again more to obviously have like 5 champions in their team. The other rules are there's no legendaries involved. So there are no legendaries, so only, epics and below. And no dupes. They cannot use, for example, they cannot use 2 man-eaters, 2 skull crushers or stuff like that. And at the same time, because it's obviously the Clover draft, it's all about the green theme, they have to have 1 champion in the team that has the green color on their skin, as the person. So for example, somebody like a Vogoth, he's full green, like that. So the whole idea is they have done their picks. I'm gonna have the link in the description and the pinned comment from the Deadwood Jedi YouTube video. They did a live stream on YouTube and where they picked, they did all the fun draft. Make sure you go check that one out. It's pretty fun, pretty interesting to follow along. But the thing that happened afterwards, and this goes like a massive shout out to mAdCapper, is mAdCapper decided to do the same thing. He did a video called Draft Analysis of the Clover draft. So basically what he did, he went through, talking about, again, the rules and all that. Then he was looking at the picks that everybody did, analyzing like who did the good choice, bad choice, all of that fun stuff. And then at the end, he decided, I'm going to participate as well. But he could pick only champions that, were not picked already. So he's already, 5 times 6? There's already like 30 champions are out, right? Because there are like 6 picks for each of them. Times 5 or times 6 actually, wait, 36. My math is just too bad. Or 35. There's like 35 champions already off the board. Well, he did do that, and as he mentioned in his video, it's the same thing for me. We don't have test server access yet. Hopefully soon. I'm like 800 subs away. So basically we cannot, or we chose not to use the best of the best when it comes to our gear. Like, I didn't do the same. I just chose, I tried to make it fun, relatable, basically just have fun with it. That was the whole idea. I wanted to have fun with it. So what mAdCapper chose is, to analyze all that, and then he called his team the Overlooked. No, not Overlooked, the leftovers. My team will be called, I guess, sort of like the Overlooked. Maybe not all of them, but I feel like 1 or 2 champions are actually pretty overlooked in my opinion. And we're gonna go through that, but let's first check mAdCapper's picks, because I'm not gonna, I will use champions that are none of these ones over here, and nobody from here either. So I have to eliminate another few champions from here. And obviously I'm not going to use the best of the best, like I said, gear and all that. I'm not going to go too crazy. And, it's just for sake of having fun. And I'm trying to see, can I actually get, with whatever is left, a 2, 3, 4 key Ultra Nightmare? Can I not even reach it? That's going to be the question. So you saw the picks that they had, the official contestants plus mAdCapper. I'm gonna have this video pinned in the comments as well. Make sure you go check out his video, show some love and support as well. Like, mAdCapper is also 500 subs away from getting the test server, so make sure you give him those subs. He's an amazing content creator, an amazing human being, and he deserves all the love and support, the same as every other content creator. But just wanted to give a special shout out to mAdCapper because he gave me the idea to do this. So let's jump in first in this account. This one's basically Double OG's test server, OddOneGaming's test server, aka this is Ivy League Gaming's account. Because she had more of the champions that I was planning to use on the team built, I chose to do it here. So let's have a look at what ideas I had for, first of all, before I show the run, show the builds and all that. So the first one that I was gonna use, I was trying to do something with Vergis. Vergis is a pretty amazing champion, but he's a little bit tricky to speed to because of the fact that he brings an increased speed for a single target on his day 2 alongside that ally protection. So I was trying to look and do something like this one. I didn't want to go 2-to-1 ratio, would have been too complicated. Or maybe I just don't have the big brains of the other contestants. I'm not that good at coming with a speed tune from scratch. Like, yes, I can take one speed to play with the speeds in the calculator, like, you know, go up, go down, see what it works, see what's the leeway, see what I can change, but I cannot do, you know, the big brains of, let me bring a random turn meter booster that's gonna fit in and make me a 2-to-1 ratio. So I could not do that. So I was trying to look into this one, okay, and I was trying to see what I can do with this to try and you know, find a team that's gonna survive a decent amount of time so I can do some damage. The problem was I could not have myself covered for the AoEs, I could not have increased defense champions, ally protection. It's like, you know, they were pretty short options, like definitely pretty short options. So I was trying to play around with this. I was trying to see if I can get like if I can get Warcaster in here, you know, because he was one that was not picked, like the only unkillable left from the epics and lower that does an AoE one. But the problem is he has unkillable on 4th turn. I tried to see if I can get it on a 40 ratio. Did not really work. It was a little bit complicated, so I gave up on the idea. And then on my stream I had a Brunt cat herder that's like, you know what, why don't you try and have a look at the, let me find it, it's called the Supercharged Hellcat, okay? So shout out to Brunt again for this amazing idea, because this is the comp that I chose to go with, and then I chose my champions according to this one. Again, I'm gonna have Brunt's YouTube channel linked in the pinned comment and in the description, because he's going to start to post content on YouTube as well. He does lots of Twitch, for those of you that know him, but for those of you that don't, he does lots of Twitch and is gonna start to do some YouTube, so make sure you go and drop him a sub. Costs you nothing, guys, you know, costs you nothing to support the people. So this is the comp that basically uses, you know, Helicats and then DPSs. We're only facing, so we're not facing Affinity, we're only facing the Void Affinity, because that's what everybody else did. So this is the comp, and the whole idea in here is I get the Warcaster in there to just always block the first AoE. So now let's go and have a look at my team that I ended up with, and it's this one. Do it on the Runic, Warcaster, Ragnar Goldgleam, Giscard the Sigiled, or Sigiled, however you say it, and Nazana. Honestly, from what I saw and from what, like, you know, I tested, I checked and did that, this is the best team that I could find out. And the whole idea of this team is Warcaster blocks the first AoE. So on the first AoE, we don't really care about, you know, we don't care about the buffs, the debuffs, the nothing. On the first AoE, we straight up block it with Warcaster's block damage. Then the second AoE, this is where I try to have ally protection, okay, from Nazana. So ally protection, increase defense from Giscard. I need to do it like this, yep. So ally protection from Nazana, increase defense from Warcaster. So we basically are able to tank that AoE. This is what this one says. See, everybody has increased defense. Everybody's gonna have ally protection because Nazana's A2 does ally protection. And then when it comes to the stun part, it's like, okay, how do you decide who the stun goes to? The problem with Clan Boss is, if you don't have a block debuff champion, the stun can go to whoever, and you know, it can be random. Unless everything's equal, it can, you know, it doesn't go to the leader. So in my case, for example, I'm not sure. Somebody might get the random crit, they might get a stun that runs over. I cannot have the ally protection always on. I cannot have the increased defense always on. So it's a little bit more complicated. I could not, you know, because I'm building, you know, the leftovers, after leftovers have some overlooked ones, it's kind of hard to have the right champions that do the right things. Like, you know, Nezana is one of the worst ally protection champions. If you have nobody else, then yeah, she does the job. Giscard, again, he brings something, but not too much. Honestly, the only two ones from here that I think like are actually amazing, and the overlooked ones, Ragnar Goldgleam and maybe even Giscard. You know, maybe even Giscard. These two are amazing. Everybody else is like, there's better that you can do. So what I will be doing is I'm gonna show you the preset first. I'm gonna show you the ROM because it's nothing too crazy. And actually, you know what? Let me show you the ROM first. We're gonna come back to have a look at it, and then I'm gonna show you the presets and the build. So see you in a bit, guys. Okay, so we're back. 8-minute run, 20.5 million damage on Ultra Nightmare. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too amazing. It's a pretty good, pretty consistent 4-key Ultra Nightmare, you know. I'm honestly, I maybe was expecting or trying to get a 3-key, but at the same time, I was looking at it and I was thinking, you know what? I might not even make it a 4-key. So I'm glad that at least I managed to make it a 4-key. So we had Duedan with 3.3 million damage, Ragnar with 7.7 million damage, and you have to understand this. Not only Ragnar does damage, he also brings the leech, and he also brings the decreased defense and weaken. So he's actually an amazing champion, and he's one of the ones that I'm surprised nobody from the official contestants chose to use, because he's pretty amazing champion. You know, the thing with him is he has a funky A2. You just lock that one out and you're good to go. Warcaster did like 4 million. Nezana did 1 million. Obviously, she's mostly there for her ally protection. And then Giscard, 4.4 million damage. Again, Giscard, somebody that brings the increased defense, increased attack, decreased attack. He did some pretty solid damage. So I guess I'm pretty happy at the end of it with this one. So let's have a quick look at the at the presets. And the good thing about this team, as you saw, is it's full auto. It was just full auto, and it is what it is. So we have Duedan the Runic. He prioritizes this A3. This is the reason, honestly, why I brought him in the team. I brought him in the team because of this taunt. What this taunt does is it makes sure that if ever somebody has like an active skill or like a single target skill, if the taunt is up, it always goes on him. So having this taunt made me 100% sure that the stun will always go and do it down the Runic, so I don't have to be worried about other stuff. And that's why I just gave him, even though he's HP based, I gave him a ton of defense. So that's the whole thing. So that's all you have to do. Priority this one, everything else can go as it wants to. Ragnar Gold Gleam, just lock the A2 because this one he keeps sacrificing HP, book gets Star Meter, you don't want this. This is gonna throw it off tune. So just lock this one, just do not use, and that's about it. Warcaster, open with the A1, then make priority the A3, lock the A2 because you don't really need that block buffs. You want to keep the debuff bar open for more of the toxic sets. Nezana, make her open with the first one. This is the AoE decreased attack. So the problem with this one again is, even booked, it's what, 75% chance. Even with the masteries, 80% chance. So compared to other people that bring decreased defense, increased defense, like all the other crazy stuff as well, she just has a not a reliable enough decreased attack and ally protection with the shield on herself. You know, there's definitely better ones out there, like somebody like a Rearguard Sergeant, somebody like a Toragi the Frog, even though it has it on the A1, still better, bring some poisons, you know. So this is what I was left with, and this is the best one because I needed somebody that does it on a 3-turn cooldown, and she was the only one left that had the big version of ally protection that I could use. So that's why Nezana's in the team. And then Giscard, I don't care about his A2, like, I'm not sure, maybe this one smacks pretty hard. Place a shield buff, maybe I should have left this, but you know what, at the end of the day, I didn't really want this. I wanted that backup decreased attack. The problem with this one as well is, it's only on a 1-turn, but with the masteries, this can be good. The chance to land is pretty high, like it's a 75% chance to land. And then he brings, like I said, the AoE increased defense and increased attack on a 3-turn cooldown. That's amazing. That's just huge. That's huge. So the way that he does it is open and then priority with this one. So these were the presets for this team. Now let's have a look at the build. So the builds, I was trying to do something to, you know, make it as logical as I can. So the way that I did is Ragnar, I went with the toxic set because, you know, from everybody else that I had in a team, he was one of the most logical ones to get the toxic set on, because other ones needed their other sets. I'm gonna explain you when I get there. So he's in a toxic set with some pieces accessories of revenge. Like in these types of teams, if you don't have a counter attack AoE one, like, you know, Valkyrie, Martyr, Skullcrusher, if you can get some of these accessories, that's gonna be huge, because every time, you know, you get attacked, you have a chance to counter attack. And especially on Affinity, that chance can be procced for every single one of the AoE. So the first AoE hits 4 times. So you have 4 chances to proc this. If you have 3, it's 15% chance. You know, that can be huge. So he's running at 240 speed, 110 crit, 147 crit damage, almost 4k attack, and the accuracy to land these debuffs. And when it comes to the masteries, obviously the War Master, and then down here, I took the Master Hexer for a chance to extend that weaken, decrease defense, and leech, okay? Maybe the last one I should have taken Sniper instead of Stoke to Fury, but you know what, I just left it there. This one would have been better because I guess, higher chance to land the leech on the A1. So basically, because he brings the leech on the A1, that made it easy for me to not worry about any other type of healing, because nobody in this team does healing. Nobody. And I have nobody in lifesteal. So bringing a leech champion for the sake of a killable team like this one is amazing. It kind of, you know, it gives you more options to bring other sets. Like I'm bringing Toxic, and then I'm gonna show you like Stalwart and some other stuff. So that's Ragnar. Then Warcaster, honestly, maybe I should have swapped this around. So maybe Warcaster is in a retaliation. So maybe I should have put the Toxic on Warcaster and the retaliation on Ragnar. So I have always a chance to go and do the A1 and put the leech back on, because there were certain moments when the leech was not on, but honestly, that's not why we died. So, you know, maybe I should have tried something else. But retaliation is good, as he did more counterattacks. 100% crit rate, 260 speed, 183 crit damage, 2.8k attack. He did some pretty solid damage. Again, he has War Master. Over here, if I would have finished his masteries, I would have taken him maybe down to Deterrence and Retribution, because every time the Duedan takes a stun, he can counterattack. And because he has no debuffs, I don't need a support tree. Then we have Nazana. Nazana is in a Stalwart and accuracy set. She's the one that's soaking up the, you know, the second AoE, so she needs kind of a lot of HP and defense. But honestly, I feel like she was, you know, she was nowhere near dying. She was the only one that survived, even after everybody else died. So from that point of view, she can actually be good, I suppose. If you have everybody else that's pretty good around her for clan boss, she's your usable champion. Like, I might even though she requires a ton of books, if you can book this one and have somebody else that does decrease attack, I would even recommend her for clan boss. You know what? I would even recommend her for clan boss, because why not? Then I took her down again, offense tree with War Master and support tree again. I wanted a Master Axer for chance to extend the decrease attack, and I wanted a sniper because the A3 is not 100%, so you know, any chance to work was good. Then we have Duedan the Runic, again, another one that basically his whole job is in there. Just take the stun. That's all he does. He's just in there to put that taunt and take the stun, and that's about it. And yeah, this one's on a 3-turn cooldown. He brings a buff extension. Maybe if I could think of another way to like bring somebody else that does some clans, but this is the thing. Who do I take out? I have limited options to just bring somebody that does a cleanse. Like, I could have brought the Eurogrim in there as the lead, you know, that would have made me not have to put Toxic on people. But if I put Eurogrim in there, if he's in the lead, he's gonna take the stun. But if Duedan is there, Duedan's gonna take the stun. But who do I take out? You know, Eurogrim could have helped with poisons, could help with the clans, and then maybe I could have tuned so that this buff extension would have worked somehow. I don't know. I didn't have 1 week to look at it. I just looked at it last night on stream. If you want to check it, go check my stream. The link is in the description again of my Twitch. You can see the VOD of me looking for 3 hours, like 2 hours looking for the tune and then building the team. But yeah, he was in a Toxic because, you know what, after he takes the stun, the next AoE he still has the counterattack, so he keeps having a chance to land that the poisons from the Toxic set. So Toxic, nothing too special here. There's nothing, you know, the gear is not the best, not the craziest in the world. He's the one running 241 speed, 100% crit rate again to do some damage. Don't need accuracy, don't care about resist because he has no debuffs that you care about. And then I gave him as much defense as I could in Toxic because the damage from the stun scales on your max HP. So the more max HP you have, the more damage the stun does, the faster you can die. So that's why I just pushed a lot of defense on him. And then masteries, I just took him down this route and I took him over here. One thing that I did first and was a mistake is because he takes the stun, he goes on a 4-3 ratio, okay? So if you have a look again, he goes 4 times for every 3 turns the clan boss goes. So he goes, where is he? 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? If he takes the stun, that means his A3, that's on a 3-turn cooldown, is put on cooldown. So the cooldown is now reset, so which means that he gets a turn here, the A3 is now ready. He gets a turn here, and then he always has the taunt back when it comes back here. So I think that's why I didn't bring Eurogrim. Because if you cleanse it, it's hard to tune. So he always does the taunt just before the boss goes. You know, because the other skills are a 4-turn cooldown, it's complicated and it's hard to make it go full auto. I mean, I could manual, but I'm not gonna manual this craziness. So yeah, and the reason for that, why I wanted to mention that, is because you don't want to take Resurgent, you know? Because if you take this one, and you proc it when the stun, you know, when the stun hits harder and harder, you have a chance to remove it. If you remove that stun, the tune falls out of sync. Duedan does the taunt at the wrong time, and everything, you know, the tune just falls apart. Because unfortunately, that taunt is on a it goes on a 2-turn cool. It's only for 1 turn, not for 2 turns. So that's why I chose these masteries like this. And then the last one, Giscard, I put him again in a retaliation. The reason why I put Giscard in a retaliation, I had him in toxic first, but I changed him in retaliation, is because if Nezana does not land her decreased attack on the first AoE, and Giscard lands it, but he doesn't get the proc from the Master Hexer to land it for 2 turns, we are uncovered on the second AoE, and if you don't have a decreased attack on the second AoE, we are killed. So what this means is when we are hit by the first AoE, Giscard has a chance to proc the counterattack and place that decreased attack. So even if it's a 1-turn decreased attack, we are covered for the second AoE. Also have like a revenge accessory for him, because this is the best I could get, and he's just running this. Let me show you the speeds again. Keep moving myself out of the way. So he can run like 190, 191, 192, but be careful, the tunes are a little bit tricky. I'm gonna put the link to the exact team that I used in the pinned comment and the description, in case you wanna have a look and play with it. Yeah, it's gonna be there. So this is the speed, decent crit damage, decent defense, and the accuracy to land his debuff. And masteries, again, same thing, War Master and Master Hexer down here, and Sniper down here for a higher chance to land at A1. But yeah, guys, this is my Clover Draft Clan boss team. Oh yeah, and my green champion is Duedan the Runic, because you know what, he has lots of moss on his body as he's a rock. So I followed all the steps, I covered all the roles that I wanted. I even got the green champion. I got everything. And this was my team. Like, it was something pretty fun to do. Again, shout out to mAdCapper for the idea, because like I said, I watched his video, I was like, okay, that's a genius idea, let me do it as well. So yeah, this was my team, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video and sub to the channel. Also, do not forget, on Friday, 4 p.m. UTC, they're gonna have the official contestants will have the final fight, you know, the final draft where everybody shows their teams, what they did, what damage they achieved. So make sure you go check it out. I'm gonna have Deadwood's channel linked, because he's gonna already be linked because of the previous draft. So you can go check it out. Make sure to come there. I'm definitely gonna be there, unless I'm like, you know, streaming or doing something else. I'm definitely gonna be there and have some fun and check it out. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.